Gather round, everyone, and hear again the tale of Drakfu. Welcome back, everybody, and happy Monday. We continue on in the tale of Drakfu as we continue on in the questing in the sunken city of Vashj'r, except this time we're inside the belly of the beast, as it were. So last time we left off in beginning to quest within Nespirah, and now we have a bunch of quests to go and do, so we're going to be killing off some Naga as well as saving some slaves. Because that's what we do, right? That's what makes things worthwhile in life. So let's go ahead and do this. It's not too hard. Enslave Pearl Miner. Now, they do actually, I believe these quests keep you limited to your faction. So you actually do need to make sure that you're rescuing the orcs, not necessarily the humans. Because we're oh so compassionate like that. Oh, hi, Demon Hunter. Didn't realize you were there. I'll let you take care of the Naga. No, never mind. You're taking care of my stuff, too. I love it. This guy was so interested in what he was doing. Okay. So let's go ahead and kill off some sentinels. And once again, happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody had a good weekend thus far. Or not thus far. It's over, so... I know that I did. I actually was able to get some relaxation in, as well as get a lot of editing done for the podcast, amongst other projects that I have. Because I actually do have some summer plans for release. I know my video doesn't really explain that well, but I do actually have some things that I do want to get done, so it is going to happen. I'm actually going to try and rescue the guy. Yep, it does let you. So there you go. I rescued a human, because we don't care. It's just that he will curse at me in common. Well, such a nice guy. Okay, so let's go and rescue this guy too. We're about halfway there. This is getting done. Now the cool part is while you're in Nespirah, you can technically mount. I know I'm not showcasing that, but you can actually mount in Nespirah, which is going to be really helpful later on when we have to go and hunt down things at the other end of Nespirah. Which, yeah, that does happen. Here we go. There's another miner rescued. And to all the people who complained about Vashj'r just being horrible underwater mechanics, well, does this look like underwater to you? This is why in a lot of cases I don't necessarily agree with that argument, because there are actually points where you're not underwater. You're in Nespirah, you're in other areas that will have normal physics, just like anything else. There we go. So now let's take care of these enchantresses. Let's see, we got 5 more, and then we need 1 more sentinel, which shouldn't be too hard to get. Let's see, so 3. This is gonna put me up to 2. And there's my sentinel that I need. Now I just need to find 2 more enchantresses. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 more enchantress. Oh, 0 more enchantresses, because I'm awesome. There we go. Oh, come on. Let me get up here. And boom! So that's all the quests that we have thus far. Let's go turn them in. So I actually did get a couple of interesting WoW questions over the past few weeks, and I haven't been able to get to them. One in particular was, how far... So, what are you thinking of Legion raiding so far? I don't have much of an opinion on it, and it's just because I did Emerald Nightmare, but then I had to take a big break, and so Trials of Valor and Nighthold I have not done. But I did like Emerald Nightmare. I thought that was a really good raid, but I'm looking forward to when I can find time to do Nighthold. I'm looking forward to that, and I also want to get into Tomb.
Greetings, traveler.
So let's go ahead and turn these in. Excellent work, Drakfu. Although I'm afraid I haven't been nearly as productive as you have.
Going.
Stick it to them. Can you sense it? If you have an ounce of shaman's blood in you, you must feel the sense of relief in the air. Nespirah is pleased. Perhaps she will finally speak to us. Alright, capture the crab. Everything in my body tells me that Nespirah is trying to speak with me, but I cannot hear her. Perhaps the Naga have done something to her voice. Doran thinks to himself for a moment. Nespirah's voice may be suppressed. That means we need to find a voice for her. I've got it. The Idrakes have been known to train deep-seeker crabs as battle champions. Use this net to capture a crab and bring it to me. You will likely find them prowling the chamber's outer edges. Okay, so that's the next piece that we need to take care of. We just need to grab a crab. We need to grab some crabs. Crabs! Do you like a crab? Me too. Yeah, we're going to be making that joke quite a bit today. There we go. Why are you giving me the big and lumbering ones? I know that they move at 100% just like anything else, but it doesn't feel like that. I have to sit here and lumber about. Jiminy Christmas. There's a crab. Okay, so here's what we need. Capture the crab! There we go. And now we get a turtle. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. We need to loot him first. There we go. So we looted a deep seeker crab. We put it in in our pocket because that makes sense, right? We could totally stuff that thing in our pocket. And now we'll head back to Dorn and see if this helps him speak with Nespirah. But I'm going to avoid the Naga forces as much as I can because why deal with a minor encounter when I'm just trying to turn in a quest? For all you know, the next quest that you get is going to be, you need to kill this many Naga, and that's one of them. So why do that to yourself when you're going to have to wait a couple of minutes for a respawn anyway? Just food for thought. Alright, so here we are back at the brain of Nespirah. The mind. I hope this works. My skills as a shaman are limited, and I fear that this task may be too much for us. Dwarn looks at the crab and disguises a frown. It doesn't look very impressive, does it? No it doesn't. Breaking through. A trained shaman has the ability to communicate with the 4 elements of earth, fire, air, and water. This is known. What is not widely known, however, is the presence of a 5th element. This element... Oh, you mean Lilu Datas Mutipas? No. Not that 5th element. Don't worry about it. This element is not as clearly described as the other 4, but it has to do with the shared commonality between all living creatures. My theory is that the crab, as a creature of the sea, is close enough to Nespirah that with the elements coaxing, we can convince it to act as Nespirah's mouthpiece. Okay. This creature, she is quite old. We've already read this, so let's speak with Nespirah. So, what's this gonna do?
What's happening? Can you hear me? I can't see you, but I can sense your presence. I'll explain what I can. The Naga are suppressing my will. I can feel what they're doing, and I'm powerless to act. They mine my pearls, they carve my body, and they distort my mind. I could feel my will breaking, strangers. They mean to use me for war. I will not be a tool of the Naga. I will resist as long as I can, but I can't last forever. Please, someone stop them.
This is not Nespirah's voice, this is the crab's voice. Keep in mind.
The winds guide.
I had assumed that the Naga were only here for those pearls. No, this makes much more sense. If they had Nespirah's power under their control, the amount of damage the Naga could do would be catastrophic. Something must be done. Okay, so we are not alone. Duarn closes his eyes, pauses, and nods. Nespirah has just informed me that we are not the only people fighting inside of this shell. A small group of Horde slaves has escaped and is currently fighting off the Naga on the other side of the shell, up on the ledge that overlooks Nespirah's heart. Go find them, Drakfu, and see what help they can lend us. With their aid, we may be able to rouse Nespirah from her torpor. I will remain here should you need anything. Okay, so our next task is actually going to be working with these rebel slaves that are Horde. So let's go ahead and track them down. I think I actually have to go this way for them. And all you got to do is just follow the outer road, and eventually you will come across your horde slaves. And there's Nespirah's heart, by the way. Oh, just disgusting. That's the one thing that you have to get used to in Cataclysm, is it's getting used to the fact you're going to be dealing with going inside old gods quite a bit. And it never gets better. You're basically walking inside a giant Cthulhian horror. I wish I could say it gets better from there, but no, not really. Alright, so come over here, and oh, look at this! Captain Vilethorn. So, oh, and then also Legionnaire Nazgrim. So we found Nazgrim! Nazgrim! It's our guy, see you, buddy.
Drakfu, is that you?
Yeah, I'm glad to see you too. Body blows. Legionnaire Nazgrim listens intently to your recount of Duarn and Nespirah's conversation.
I see. So the creature wants our help waking it up, is that it? With hundreds of slaves already picking away at their pearls, the beast seems to be a pretty heavy sleeper. You might have better luck, though. My suggestion, look around the creature's flesh for signs of weakness. Maybe that weapon of yours will find a ticklish spot and force the beast to come to its senses.
Alright, so we need to take care of that. Let's go ahead and grab Wave Speaker Tulra's quest. Still valuable. My time in the Pearl's pits, however short, has made me curious about the Naga's goals. Yes, I now know that the Naga want to use Nespirah as an engine of war. But if that's the case, then why are they enslaving men to mine her pearls? Assuming we escape this creature's hull, I would very much like to study those objects. The pearls we found in the pits were much too large to carry, but I have seen the warlords and prophets occasionally carrying around smaller ones. Okay, so we need to get those. And then finally, Captain Vilethorn. Hopelessly gearless.
I honestly don't know how we've survived this long. The Naga took my armor and weapons, and left me with rags and a mining pick. That snapped in half long ago. If we're to stand any hope of turning the tide, I'm going to need something to fight with, as will my companions, though they may be too proud to admit it. I've seen weapon racks in the Naga storage areas nearby. I'm not accustomed to fighting with a trident, but it'll sure be better than fighting with my fists.
Alright, so we need to go ahead and take care of this, and for it, let's go ahead and start up the first questing break. Go! Okay, let's go ahead and turn these quests in now that we have all of the items requested. Start off with Tulra. The Naga must have some ulterior motive with these pearls. If I had time to study them, I'm certain I could figure it out. Sure you could. Brilliant work. Tulra tucks the pearls away beneath her armor. Now I just need you and Legionnaire Nazgrim to get me safely out of here. I can handle the studies from there on. Alright, and let's go ahead and do Vilethorn.
In my youth, I was given some training on spear fighting. Stickworm with the pointy end, I think it was.
Yeah, that would be valuable training advice. Captain Vilethorn admires the polearms you present him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just imagining what these will look like with little bits of Naga stuck to the ends of them. Thank you, Drakfu. We'll put these to good use.
Alright, and then Legionnaire Nazgrim.
Hopefully we made,
I actually really should do the Nazgrim voice. Let's see if I can actually...
Hopefully we made some progress. I'm not sure how we'll know when the creature wakes up, but something tells me that it will be pretty obvious when it does.
Overseer Idrakes.
My men are flagging Drakfu. We won't last much longer against the Naga, I'm afraid. With the Idrakes weapons and Nespirah's pearls, we should be ready to bust out of here. Follow the wall northeast, and look for a ramp to the upper chamber. I assume their leader is in there, or perhaps the key to Nespirah's awakening. Hopefully both. If you feel strong enough, head up to the top of the shell and look for some answers. Hellscream's eyes are upon you.
I hated those guidelines where Hellscream was forever watching you. Hellscream's eyes are upon you. Like, well, Thrall's eyes were never upon me. Starting to think Thrall trusted me more than you guys did. Okay, so all you got to do is go down this path, and then you can go into the upper part of Nespirah's shell. Not necessarily the brain, just the upper part of Nespirah's shell. And again, just... I mean, it's amazing looking, but at the same time, you are inside something's body. So it's like, oh. Here we go. So, actually, no, this would be the heart of Nespirah. So, we need to come over here to take out Overseer Idrakes. And that would be this guy. Hi, buddy! Bye-bye! Nespirah's waking up. Use the Nespirah fluid to kill Idrakes. Well, I don't necessarily need to worry about that just yet anymore. Okay, so now Nespirah is waking up, which means we gotta get out of here or she's gonna treat us like a foreign body and start killing us. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. Yay, Trin Snarler. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here! So yeah, hopefully that answered the question for you. I have done Emerald Nightmare, but I haven't done any of the other Legion raiding. I mean, I've actually been spending the last week or so in my spare time catching up on all of the questing that I've missed. I was not done with Suramar yet. I am now. I went into the Insurrection arc, which is for Nighthold. And now I'm also making my way through Tomb of Sargeras stuff, so breaching the Tomb of Sargeras. And I'm loving all of it. The storytelling in this expansion is amazing. Whether it be regular stuff or patches, it's been awesome to watch. Okay, so we're not turning this in with Nazgrim. Instead, we're going to go all the way to Duarn to take care of it. So, yay, even more traveling that we got to do. And then just as a quick reminder, because I actually did get this question, well, like, when did you start with WoW? What is your favorite expansion? I'm not going to answer the favorite expansion yet, because one of the things I have planned is I still have some top 10s and top 5s of WoW to do, and that's hopefully going to be done this summer. I really want to get a few of those out. So one of them actually is my top 5 WoW expansions. So I'm not going to answer that one until that video. The other is... how long have I been in World of Warcraft? Since 2 weeks before the Burning Crusade. And hi, Duarn.
What brings you here?
No need to bring me up to speed. Nespirah has been narrating your adventures as they happened, and Legionnaire Nazgrim filled me in on the rest. Duarn closes his eyes and nods. Nespirah says that she is quite grateful, and she has a small surprise ready for the Naga. Okay, waking the beast. Thanks to you and the Legionnaire, Nespirah has full control of her body.
Ancestors watch over you.
Crap. So this person just barely started up the next event, so let's see if we can get to this done.
I've been expecting you.
Nespirah has full control of her body, but most of the Naga don't know this yet. Once we make our escape, she will activate her biological defenses and destroy the Naga from within. Make yourself ready. I will now tell Nespirah to begin the countdown. Alright, so...
I am freed from the Naga's servitude, and my will is once again my own. My body is already starting to fight the Naga infection. Please, I ask that you get to safety before I unleash my wrath.
You may leave now, friend. The Tauren's friend Erunak should be waiting outside with seahorses. In fact, it looks like he is here now. I have secured escape for us, Drakfu. You are to come with me. Duarn, excellent work. Do not dally long within Nespirah's shell. You know as well as I do the dangers posed by an angry demigod. Do not worry, Erunak. The Tauren will be safe. Now, follow me! The reason I did different voices for Nespirah is because, one, we were using a crab as a translator, so I'm like, that's how it would speak. And then, it's a demigod, so I gave it a more of a gentle voice. Because, as we all know, in the Warcraft universe, demigods are nothing but gentle. Oh, let's do this instead. Board the seahorse, friend. You probably do not want to be near Nespirah when she turns on the Naga. No, we probably don't, but she's already locked us out, so that's okay. Alright, oh, wait. Where are we supposed to go now? Oh, there he is, okay. So he actually gives you a seahorse to board, so we'll go ahead and board it. Yay! Let's fly! And on to the next area, which is, ooh, an ancient temple that has since been sunken. So in here, we go to Legion's Rest, which is yet another outpost for the Horde in Vashj'r. Let's go ahead and grab the Seahorse flight point. And here's Legionnaire Nazgrim.
Loktar, it appears that I owe you my life yet again. Thank Hellscream that you found me before you and your shaman activated those biodefenses.
Exactly. Deep attraction.
I have been able to help some of the survivors make it to the cave, but it's starting to get hairy out there. If we didn't have enough problems, some glowing murlocs are starting to creeping up from the nearby crevice, attacking the stranded survivors. The men are up. The men up there are warriors. They won't go down without a fight, but they're much worse for the wear after that damned shell. If you have any breath left in your lungs, go up there and take out some of those murlocs. Hellscream's eyes are upon you.
Oh, stop saying that. I really don't like that saying, Nazgrim. Okay, Captain Vilethorn.
Blood and thunder.
Shelled Salvation.
A lot of men haven't made it to the cave yet. It's a safe bet that they're stranded at the vents on the ridge above us. We found some spiralung shells on the way here. They can't produce much air, but it was enough for us to make it to the cave. I need to stay here to count heads and get them back to their feet as they arrive. Do me a favor. Go collect those spiralung shells. Get them to any men that are still up on the ridge, and give them a swift kick in the arse so that they get moving.
Work. Okay. The next one is also Wave Speaker Tolra. We're trying to starve... so, something edible. Were they trying to starve us all to death? Not giving prisoners food is just despicable. We need to get these soldiers fed. The best prospect I spotted on the way here were those giant groupers. Several of those, and we wouldn't want for meat for a while. If you could bring me back some, I'll see to it that it gets cooked and passed out fairly. Okay, and then also we have one for Fiasco Snizzlegrin.
Go!
Crafty Crabs. It was that darn crab. Here, I thought that all the exercise from walking here and making me super buff, my pack just keeps getting lighter and lighter. But no, that crab sniped the hole in my bag and all my parts were falling out the whole way here. Please, help a good-looking goblin out, will ya? Go back and help me pick up all my stray pots. I'm sure their conniving, vicious little crabs ran off with some of them too.
Move it!
Alright. So we have quite a number of quests to get taken care of. So for that, let's go ahead and start up yet another questing break. Go! Okay, so we got the next round of quests done. Let's go ahead and turn them in, first of all, with... Oh, there he is. So, our buddy Fiasco's out here now. Never underestimate the appeal of something shiny. No, never do that. It never works out. Glad you know a quick buck when you see one. Pleasure doing business with you, buddy.
Go!
Alright, so now we need to go back into Legion's Rest. So, let's go ahead and do that. Going down here. Here we go. Here's the cave. And let's turn these in, starting with Tolra.
The winds guide you.
With all the rumbling bellies, it sounds like there's a monster in this cave. It's putting my nerves on edge. I'm sure it is. Now to hold up my end of the bargain. I'll get this cooked and passed out immediately. You and I will have a talk later. I'm going to need help that these soldiers just can't offer.
May the eternal
Alright, and let's go ahead and turn this in with Captain Vilethorn.
Strength and honor.
Thank you much. You've proven very useful.
Alright. And now we have 2 quests. A better vantage.
This cave is our only refuge. There's no help on the way. Whatever happens, this cave must remain safe, or we are all sure to die down here. We need a forward post to launch our attacks from, something defensible. In the eastern portion of the ruins on the lowest level, scout the north end of the gardens. The passage leading under the main structure just west of the gardens, and the cluster of buildings at the southeast corner of the ruins under the bridges. Bring me back any information you can.
All right. Oh, and he also did have a second one, so caught off guard.
Our escape from the shell can't have gone unnoticed, but either the Naga at these ruins weren't informed, or they just don't consider us a threat. I don't intend to take the opportunity for granted. We strike now. I need you to slip into the lower level of the ruins to the west, and take out as many of their patrols as you can. We cannot risk any of those patrols finding out about our occupation of this cave. Make sure none escape.
All right. And then Nazgrim. So, deep attraction.
You know what it is to carry yourself with honor, monk. You do Hellscream proud.
Swift approach.
I've taken the liberty of performing some preliminary scouting. The Naga may not be aware of our position, but they are not entirely unprepared for intruders. Beyond their patrols, they have set up magical sentry devices that will warn them of unwelcome guests. Fortunately, they seem to have sacrificed quality for quantity, and there's definitely a window in which the devices can be destroyed before their alarms are answered. I trust that you can see this before our other soldiers arrive.
Or you can see to this. So, okay. We need to take care of some Vashj'r monitors, Vashj'r patrollers, and obviously some scouting. Alright. Oh, and actually there's an additional quest here from Elendry Goldenbrow.
The eternal sun guides us.
An occupation of time. Look, Drakfu, is it? I need your help. I know most everyone in this cave thinks that we're not in a position to be worrying about anything but our own hides right now, but I cannot dismiss my ancestors so readily. This is one of the royal cities of the elves in the days when Nespirah was queen. In this city lies the keys to lore long lost and artifacts of unimaginable historical value. All I want from you, while you're out in the city proper, is to keep a watchful eye out for objects of significance.
Hold your head high.
Alright, so we've got all the quests that are in this remote area, or this immediate area. And with that, let's go ahead and get another questing break started, so go! Okay, we're going to take a quick break from the questing break because one of these quests actually requires that we go and check out statues of ancient elven figures. So I figured that that's actually a really great lore opportunity. Let's actually go ahead and take a look at the plaques on camera, starting with Ranger Valerian. High Ranger Valerian, in memory of the hallowed hero of Vashj'r, the High Ranger Valerian. By his life, he granted us beauty and tranquility to the streets of our exquisite city. By his death, he banished our fears and created long-lasting peace for our people. May his sacrifice never be forgotten. Okay. And then the second one is High Priestess Cyrillene, who's right here. I actually did get the credit for them earlier, so I'll just go ahead and showcase them first. High Priestess Cyrillene. Let the statue stand as an everlasting testament to High Priestess Cyrillene in the name of all she has done to nurture Keldormere Temple into a glowing beacon of faith. May her newfound service under Queen Azshara herself shine as a testament to the potential of the noble birth nurtured in our beloved Vashj'r. So as you can tell, Vashj'r is basically a big part of the former Night Elf Empire or Suramar. And now Suramar is very small now, but back then the empire of the Night Elves was actually really, really vast. So the next one is Lestaria Vaj. Now, that might sound familiar to some people. Let's look at the lore. Lestaria Vaj. This monument stands testament to the benevolent leadership of our beloved matron Lestaria Vaj. For 100 years, she has ushered the people of her gleaming city. Vashj'r is into an age of endless prosperity. May she and her daughter, the radiant Lady Vaj, continue to light the way of our people in our darkest nights for 100 years to come. That's the reason that she's known, is because she's the mother of Lady Vashj'r. And Lady Vashj'r is, in case you don't know who she is one of the right-hand lieutenants of Illidan Stormrage in the Burning Crusade. You actually had to go to Serpent Shrine Cavern to take care of her. Vashj'r is not going to be present here because Vashj'r is long since dead. But here's the final one. Queen Azshara. Let this statue stand in testament to our unending devotion to our venerable Queen Azshara. Queen Azshara is the leader of the now Naga, but then the High Elf, or the Night Elf. She was the leader of the Kaldorei. And unfortunately, she's got a bit of a god complex on herself, and she's kind of the reason why the War of the Ancients happens. It's a ton of lore. I will put a video in from Novel to explain Queen Azshara. She's really long to explain. But basically, she fell in love with Sargeras and decided she was going to help him usher in the demon invasion to Azeroth, which didn't work out because people like Illidan Stormrage, Malfurion Stormrage, and Tyrande Whisperwind weren't happy with that. But I have a feeling we'll be seeing her very soon in game. If not this expansion, then probably the next one, where we will finally go to the sunken city of Najatar and go and face Queen Azshara herself. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this in. Got all the quests done. And somebody was actually asking me, like, how can you tell where the caves are? It's very simple. All you got to do is look for these specific plants. If you find them, you found the cave. Or you found a cave. Alright, let's go ahead and turn these in. We'll start things off with Elendry.
The dark times will pass.
Thank you so much for taking this seriously. This is some of the first definitive proof of other members of the Vashj'r family. Very interesting, and I'd never even seen or heard of either of the two figures you mentioned until now. Some of our history was lost during the Sundering. It's exciting to have a chance at reclaiming some of it.
Time is of the essence.
Alright, the next one is Captain Vilethorn.
Strength and honor.
Naga.
Vilethorn spits on the ground in disgust.
It was foolish of them to think they could make an orc labor at their whip. We will make every last one of them regret not killing us when they had the chance.
Better vantage.
This is good intel. You're a sharp-eye monk. It sounds like the building north of the gardens will make a suitable forward post. I will send some men immediately to start defensive preparations, and we will reposition there as soon as possible.
Alright, caught off guard.
Excellent work, monk. I will get some patrols out of their... Let's see, I will get some patrols out of our own to make sure that there are no more Naga get within sight of this cave. We should have the area secured within the hour.
And then Nazgrim.
Well done, Drakfu. And just in time, too. The captain just started sending more men out. Strong axons, but I doubt they possess quite the same awareness and finesse that you do. We were lucky to have you here when things went south. I suspect you have a large role to play in things to come as well.
Alright, and we have... Nope, I'm not going to worry about that. And we now have a new quest from Wave Speaker Tulra, so what could be happening here? The Call of the Blade. I sense a strong power calling to me from the ruins. Can you check again on the southern battle site for me? I'm certain that there's something there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. And this actually starts up a cool line of questing within Vashj'r. I'll let you guys see it as soon as we get there, but I believe this is the starting one. So people might be able to notice that the architecture actually looks really, really similar. If you have quested in Suramar or the Broken Isles in Azuna, this is all going to look very familiar because it's all Night Elf architecture. Remember, the Night Elf capital was far bigger than it now is, and part of that is due to the Sundering. So we finally get to see some parts of Suramar that have since been beneath the depths. So here we are, a broken prong. The Wave Speaker was right. There's something here. Upon the scene of battle, all around you lies the remnants of a fierce battle. The Naga skeletons are no surprise, but the weapons and remains of their apparent opponents are somewhat more unexpected. Amidst the bones, you spot a strangely prominent piece of metal jutting out from one of the skulls. It's difficult to tell what sort of weapon it might have once been a part of, but it stands out sufficiently to prompt you to retrieve it as evidence. Surely someone back at the cave would be interested in this revelation. Oh, this is not the quest that I thought it was. So basically you have to take the broken shard. This is the lead up to it, but this is not the exact quest. So now we got to take the broken shard that we just pulled out of some Naga skull. And yeah, figure out what the heck is going on. Here we go. I know I should pick up that Stormvine, but I'm not going to necessarily worry about it just yet. Yeah, we're doing really well on profession, so I'm not necessarily worried. Hi! So let's turn this into Vathorn.
Yes, monk.
I found this broken shard.
A shard of metal? The remains you describe sound much like the Sea Vrykul we encountered in Northrend. We'll not be striking any alliances with their sort, no matter the cause. Still, this information may prove useful in the future.
Oh no, it's Vrykul! No, they came to Azeroth! Well, they were technically from Northrend, so we're okay with that.
I will think on this. I will think on it further if time permits. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
Go for.
And now we have a quest from Wavespeaker Tulra. Oh, but she's coming over here. Let me have a look at that shard, would you, Captain? I could feel its power radiating from the other side of the cave.
What brings you here?
Visions of the past, the invasion of Vashj'r. The shard you recovered looks to be of Naga origin. I'd hoped to find a strong focal object. Oh, jeez. So basically, she goes through her conversation asking for the shard. So let's go ahead and do this again. The shard you recovered looks to be of Naga origin. I had hoped to find a strong focal object like this for a spell I've been working on that would allow us to glimpse into the recent past. I've enchanted the blade, but you'll have to take it to a place where we know its owner was. I want you to travel back to the site where you found it and use the blade. Perhaps we can uncover more behind what the Naga are doing here. Or even better, maybe we'll uncover a weakness that will give us a better chance.
Wind be at your back.
I silly, we already know why the Naga's here. They want to go into the realm of water. We already saw that from the troll. Yes, but why are they going into the realm of water? Makes you think. So this is actually the quest that I was talking about. There are going to be 3 other instances of this, 3 to 4, where we actually get to go into the recent past and play as a Naga character. You know, for all the people who have been screaming for years, I want a playable Naga race. Well, you got this. So right here, and all you got to do is use the prong, or the blade of the battle maiden. Ooh. And we are playing as a Naga.
I can hear the sound of your trident breaking from the gardens. The skulls of these Kvaldir are as strong as rock.
A single prong, hardly enough to stop me from slaughtering hundreds more.
Indeed, I doubt much would.
Wait, we're not dealing with Vrykul? We're dealing with Kvaldir! No! Not those guys again! So, from Fathered Stalker and Agentis, reoccupation.
There's no shortage of Kvaldir to slaughter. They're obviously still reeling from our assault. The city has been desolate for so long. I doubt they expected any Naga to contest them here. There have been no reports yet of their leader. I'm sure that culling them further will force the coward to rear his head soon enough. Shall we continue?
So all you got to do is kill off 10 Kvaldir defenders, which is really easy to do because all you got to do is do this. So yeah, this is basically yet another vehicle quest. If people remember, Wrath of the Lich King had a lot of vehicle quests, and that kind of continued on in Cataclysm, although I would actually say a bit more conservative than Wrath. Alright, so 7 out of 10. Obviously, this isn't taking that long. We just need one more. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn this in with Fathom Stalker Agentis.
We're back.
Alright.
Ha! It seems you were right. That broken trident is serving you just fine. I suppose I don't get to see you claw anything to death today after all.
Alright, the revered lady.
The revered lady has sent word for you. She awaits you at the far end of the temple gardens. If you feel the need to mention the heroic exploits of your faithful battle brother, Agentis, please don't hold back. I won't take your admiration of me as a weakness. I'll hold you up no longer. The lady awaits.
So we need to go meet with a Lady Najar. Or, I know a lot of people have been saying Nazjar. I'm going to say Najar because I think they're supposed to flow into it. So let's go meet with this Lady Najar that we've now been put with. All you have to do is just go over to the other side of the temple and you will meet with Lady Najar, who, spoiler alert, is actually a boss in a Cataclysm 5-man. So here she is. So, let's see, can I pull off Lady Najar? I think I can. So, the revered lady...
Ah, my battle maiden, you've come to me. The warrior cast whispers of nothing but your victories on the battlefield, and we've only just begun our assault on the city. You have served me proud thus far. May the queen favor you that you might continue to do more of the same.
To the Fathom Lord's call.
Fathom Lord Zin Shatar has sent word that the Cavaldia leader has shown himself. I would like you to make your way to him at the far end of the terrace above us. On the middle level of the ruins, Narshola Terrace. Kill any Cavaldia that stand in your path on that terrace. We want the echoes of this defeat to ring in their minds so that they will not dare return to threaten our purpose here. Your devotion does not go unnoticed, my battle maiden. Go knowing that you have my blessing.
Alright, so further attuning yourself with the battle maiden, you gained a new ability. So now we have Vicious Charge. And also we have a quest from Syracrest Tide Priestess. Or Syracess.
So built to last. My lady, I have a request from the High Priestess that I am to pass along to you. Many of the city's defenses remain from long before it sunk beneath the waves, and some of them are but a trivial task to reactivate, were it not for the countless Cavaldia that stand in our way. We are told you are to be fighting on Narshola Terrace above us. You would do my lady a great service if you would but touch some of these devices as you pass. Your noble blood should prove more than sufficient to reactivate them.
Alright, so now we need to go up to Narshola Terrace and start completing some of these quests. And for that, obviously, we've got another questing break, so go! Okay, we are back, and now we can turn these quests in. I believe they're both with her, so the Tide Priestess. Built to last.
The Narshola wards are performing perfectly. I will inform the Mistress of the Tides of your aid immediately. Thank you for your assistance, my lady.
Alright, so we have this, but we also need to turn this quest in over here to the Fathom Lord's call. So we're going to meet with Fathom Lord Zinjatar. People remember him earlier from the questing. We actually took him out. But this is based in the recent past, so we don't need to necessarily worry about that. He's still technically around. Now, thankfully, he's very easy to find, and Battle Maiden's intensity is going to make it so that we can find him quick. So basically, if you don't know what that buff does, is that it does increase your movement speed as a Naga. You are underwater, but it increases it as long as you are not in combat. That's the caveat right there. And I believe he's right here. Yes. Oh, could he be below? He might be below. Let's actually check out below and see if he's there. So now we're going to go down below. And there we go. There he is. So there is Fathom Lord Zinjatar. The guy, you know, the guy we just barely killed. So let's go ahead and check in with him. To the Fathom Lord's call.
It is good to see you join me, Battle Maiden. The echoes of your combat graced your approach. It was a beautiful sound to behold.
Alright, not soon forgotten. The Kvaldir leader has shown his rotting, ugly face but a short swim from here. Down this hall to your west, to our west, we kill him now, and the Kvaldir occupation of our once beloved city shall be ended. Beware, Battle Maiden, for he is no weakling. He has many Kvaldir at his command. From Sirakasi witches have been, some Sirakasi witches have been displaced to weaken him during your attack, but they will be interrupted if you let any of his Kvaldir attack them. Show no mercy, Battle Maiden. Alright, so we need to call Varkul the Unrelenting. But that's actually going to go ahead and do it for today, at least. When we get back on Wednesday, we will continue on in the questing of Vashj'r, as well as in the questing of the Battle Maiden. We'll see you guys then.